we have the Lewis engine's head here, which I picked up yesterday, and the bottom end it's going on. So this is pretty straightforward. Just follow Darren's advice. Obviously clean all that up with carby cleaner or brake cleaner. Make sure it's a lint-free rag so you get everything out. Pretty much do the same here. Just clean it all out. Make sure there's nothing here. Obviously the block's a little bit filthy. You can always paint that after, and everything's out of it, all the goodies. So I reuse the same head studs, put them in first, then obviously the head gasket, and I don't put any copper spray or anything silly like that on. It's all dry, just straight up dry, and slap the gasket on. Obviously the restrictor is in. Oh, that's right, that's backwards. So that's actually meant to be where the restrictor is, and that's meant to be where it's blocked off. But for some reason this engine's backwards. So I remember Darren telling me about that when we first pulled it apart. Maybe because it's got VCT or something. Does it? Yeah, it does. I'm getting scatterbrained so bad. It's ridiculous. It's been too long. Alright, so before we put the head studs in, I've just cleaned them up. I've got to clean them up yet. These aren't super critical, just underneath obviously the contact. So washers, very critical, because you don't want it to have anything on there to stop it from getting its true clamping pressure or whatnot. These studs, very simple, have an Allen key on the top, so obviously that side goes into the block. There's still a lot of schmut on that thread, but I'll clean it off. So anyway, when you put these in, you obviously go all the way to the bottom, and I just pull them back like a quarter of a turn, so they're not actually done up the whole way into the block. You don't want to have them bottoming out. The ARP info, it basically says hand tight only. So I mean, you can bottom it out to the bottom just as long as they're hand tight only, but I don't. I make sure they're half a turn out. That's the sequence they want you to do them up in, and the top tightness is 105 foot-pound. So it says on there to do them in a three-stage increment. So I just do 45, 85, 105 final, and I just have this little cheat sheet here, so I'll chuck that underneath here while I'm doing it so I don't lose track. It's just a simple thing. I do it for the bottom end as well, and that's all the clearances and whatever else I had when I pulled it apart. So cardboard, write it out, make your life simple. I forgot to mention, I use the ARP assembly lube. They only recommend their stuff. Obviously you can use engine oil, but they don't recommend it. So if you can, make sure you always use ARP. When you first get a pack of this stuff, there's so much in there in the one pack. So I think this has done me a few heads, and I still got heaps of lube left in them. So just put a light bit around the threads on both sides of the washer. Some people say only put it on one. I just chuck it on both. And then obviously on the bottom of the nut, the thread will get some from when you put them on the threads here, so not crazy important. Don't go stupid with it, but yeah, as long as it's got something on it. Yeah. So they're in. I just loosened them off and then just did them hand tight. That's what the manual says. What the ARP document says. I got Oakley in here. Oakley, Oakley, behind you. It's Dad. Hey. Yeah, good chat. As you can see, Oak loves hanging out in the shed with his dad. Righto, so Nitto head gasket. I got this from Power Tune. Obviously I buy most of my parts from Power Tune, the bloody good eggs. So it's an RB25 head gasket, 1.2 mil thick. So we'll slap that on now. Like I said before, nothing to worry about. I'll just clean it down again, chuck this on, and then literally we're going to be chucking the head straight on after that. So now I'm going to put all the washers in. Hopefully I can get the nut. Yeah, I should be able to get the nut past the cams. Probably should have thought about that before I put the head on. Anyway, it's all good. What I'll do now is use a magnet. So this is a snap-on, or a Blue Point snap-on magnet, and I'll slide it down, just like that. And then you just, once it's over the actual stud, just slide your magnet away from it. Obviously it disconnects and it slides straight down. There's a little pro tip for you. Snap-on LED light. Jesus, bright. Just double check they're all on there. Yeah, even if you use something to just tap the washers down, if they're not completely down to the bottom, just so you know you're not going to have it like the nut doing any dumb stuff. You don't want the washer to get forced down. You want it to be flush before you even start. Like it's probably just being anal, but I did check, but I didn't say it on video. Make sure your cams top dead center. If you're not sure where that is, put the backing plate on, put your cam gears on, and they got little marks. I've shown it in heaps of other videos before, but make sure that is, because you don't want your valves hitting your pistons. It's all good. Bonza. Right, now the nuts. Went looking for the socket and there's another nut there, I didn't even notice. One more nut to put in. So yeah, just 16mm or whatever it is in the oh, that's right. That's the problem you have with the cams in. You can't do the frickin' things up. God dang it. God damn dang it. Okay, where did I get to? Oh, I tried to make a tool. I had a cruddy old toolbox and I tried to make a skinnier version of this so it could fit into the front two head stud bolts, nuts, whatever. And it just got too thin and would have been a waste of time. Well, it was a waste of time. So I wouldn't have been able to torque it up to spec without it damaging. So yeah, I've got to take the cams out, and Snap-on make a really good tool to do that, this beast, because you can see how many rotations the thing's doing. So instead of doing it by hand, which I still do to crack them all, so I've cracked them all a quarter of a turn, start from, same as like your head studs, so start from the middle two. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's evenly taking it out, otherwise you will snap your cams in half. But now that I've done that, this little Snap-on, oh, say hi to Brunners too. Brunners, hello. What about Okie? Do you want to say hello now? Oak, hey! Ignored me before. Oh, here he comes. Hey, buddy. Hey. Yeah, Brunners did not want to say hello. Sorry, guys. 3/8 drive ratchet, like cordless ratchet majiggy from Snap-on. These things are freaking sick. So you can just bang it on, and you can see exactly where it is right now. And you only want to go half a turn. Oop, that's the wrong way, man. that's half a turn, a little bit over. And you can just do that on all of them. And it makes life so much easier. Oop, I went way too far then. These are pretty loose, not gonna lie. I'm not really concentrating. Anyway, you get the idea. It's just easy. Hit a button. Don't have to sit there, you know, all day long. Now these are all marked. These are all marked with numbers on the top. I've shown you in previous videos, but they have to go back where they come out of. So I just line them all up perfectly with where they come from. I should really have Tomei bolts, but I'm not revving the piss out of this engine, so... Oh, actually, no, it might be. And then the cam just pops like that. And that side's done. So now, same again on the other side. So now I can easily get to all the head studs. And here you'll see the shims and the buckets underneath the shim. Obviously were all marked while Darren was building it to let him know which one came from where. But yeah, I might just brake cleaner them off. Doesn't matter, it's going to come off on the first fire up anyway, but yeah, so now I can get to these studs and tighten the freaking head up. So Snap-on have just delivered this 3/8 drive torque wrench for me, and main reason for that was to do like the cam caps and whatnot. This can still do obviously the head studs, but you've got to be pretty strong with the leverage. So I'll put that one down and we'll use the big boy, I think. Use the big Johnny. Look at the size of this beast. Yeah, this is obviously 1/2 inch. It's freaking good. Fucking good. Only problem now is we need a hex bit. So lucky Snap-on's got me. I need to go the other way. Yeah, that one. That bit there. So that can go in there, and then I can put my little skinny Johnny on there, and we're good to go. So the first torque setting we're going to do is we're going to go by a little manual we got here. Remember your cheat sheet? Don't forget your cheat sheet. So I'm going to tuck that under you guys so you remember. So the first one I'm going to do is 45. So all you do, turn the sucker on. Oh, you got bat flatteries. So you turn it on. And we are doing foot-pound, so pretty sure that's U. Foot-lib, that's foot-pound. And then you just go up. And do the first one at 45. You also have a light. Oh, hang on, no, that's angle. This one's... Oh, what a dickhead. Now I've messed it up. That's a light, sorry guys. Angle 0 required, sorry, I don't want that. So 45 foot-pound, and follow your map. Your map is your friend. So we'll start on this one. And usually this bad boy lights up. So that's the first setting done. Now you should loosen them all and go again, because that's sometimes what they recommend. So I'm going to do that and then continue the process with 85 and 105. We'll just cut to the end. Rightio, head studs are done, and I just put some oil on top of the shims, so when I put the cams back in, the easiest way to do this is that little knob goes on the left on the inlet, and that little knob goes on the right on the exhaust. It's roughly top dead center, and then once you get the cams on, cam gears, sorry, you can get it cock on. So these are all lined up. I've just cleaned them. I'll just dip my finger in some of the oil here and just quickly chuck some on the underside of each one as I put them on the cam. There's obviously bits of paint here, there and everywhere. Anyway, I'll pop them on here. Okay, got all the caps on. Bit of schmut there. And now I've just realised I don't have any brand new frickin' seals for the cam. So I've got everything else. Rear main seal, front main seal. Maybe I don't have the front main seal either. I thought I had all these spares. So anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pack up here. I'm going to wrap this up because I have to go down to Sleeker Spares to get everything. And I can't do that till Monday morning. Yeah, so actually I might just carry on doing the bottom end stuff later on tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, we'll be back. Look what I just found. The freaking head dowels. Ah!